Hi, Vijay Mistry here, and thank you for joining me in this particular video, which is about becoming a world-class director, executive, and manager. And this is a cutting-edge program which is applicable to small, medium, or large organizations in any part of the world. You could be in Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, or the US. You will find that this game-changing program is a shift, and it walks step by step into becoming a world-class director, executive, and manager. But before I go into the program, I would like to share with you some of the existing challenges that I have noticed organizations have. So the first one is lack of unification. What do I mean by lack of unification? The whole alignment of an organization starts from the top. It doesn't matter whether you're a small, medium, or large organization, but I have noticed that there is a lack of unification in many organizations. So this is one of the crucial challenges which organizations have. The second one is poor execution. There is this strategy which is formed, or an acquisition which is going to take place, or a due diligence, or some sort of an initiative an organization takes. But when it comes to execution, the message is not clearly conveyed. That could be one of the reasons why there is poor execution. Another reason is that there is lack of monitoring. So the monitoring mechanism and the feedback protocol is not robust, or it is not sound enough to make sure that the execution is as planned, which is costly for many organizations. The third problem is conflict of interest. Now you may realize that many organizations, I don't know if you have realized this, but in my experience, I was appalled to see even large organizations having this conflict of interest. The conflict of interest arises when there are two different sets of priorities or two different sets of focus conflicting with each other, and many organizations have noticed that executives have this key problem, and this really hampers the growth in organizations. Another problem, and a big one, is difficulty in scaling businesses. I have come across industrialists who have told me that, look Vijay, how do I get from A to B? The problem is that they have not even defined what that from here to there is in the clearest manner possible, which means there is confusion and there is complexity in an organization, again hampering growth. Another problem which organizations have, and this is a big problem with many organizations, is lack of accountability. Now you'll notice there is blame game. There is no clear definition of who has to do what. In fact, in many instances, the board blame the managing director, and the managing director is blaming the management team. So there is this blame game going on with no clear-cut line of accountability, with no distinction between accountability, responsibility, and authority as well. So this is a big problem which organizations face. Another problem is lack of relevant training. Now what do I mean by relevant? I mean current. I mean what is happening now. The relevance is very important and crucial to make sure that it makes an impact and growth to an organization. Another problem is siloed thinking. Now I went to a bank, and one of the problems the head of HR spoke to me about is that finance is not talking to marketing and vice versa. Strategy department is working in siloed. So there's this problem of not having a holistic approach and not really contributing to the level that is expected from heads of department in many organizations. So these are some of the existing challenges which organizations have. Now, this is the reason I have created this game-changing program which is called Progression to Excellence. This is a leading-edge executive program. It has 6 modules leading to world-class excellence for directors and executives. This is a step-by-step program which will walk you through each and every level of competence, skill set, which is going to drive the confidence for you to contribute better. You and I know that it is all about world-class director and effectiveness, which is going to have an impact and influence to the growth of the organization. So who is this program for? Now, CEO, managing director, any director, whether you're executive, non-executive, this program is applicable to any of the directors, executives and managers, chairpersons, entrepreneurs, professionals, coaches, consultants, as well as experts. Let me go through what this particular program is all about. So we have the first module, which is tip of the pyramid, and in this we have 4 sessions. Now the first one is purpose. Without purpose, you will not have the motivation, you will not have the inspiration to drive an organization forward. It is very important to understand the purpose. And in purpose, I show you exactly step by step what you really need to do. We go through the implementation phase, we even go into the instrumental and importance of having a purpose. So everything is clearly step by step given for you to understand how to really develop this purpose within oneself. This is so crucial in the alignment of an organization. The second bit is leadership, where I will talk about 27 drivers leading to world-class leadership qualities. These are very important, and if you embrace this could be a game changer for your organization. We then go into vision, where I will walk you through exactly what you really need to do, how to create a vision which is tangible, which is reachable. At the end of the day, a vision has to be reachable. What is the problem with vision? It's the clarity bit. You must have a condensed vision statement with clarity, and I will show you exactly what you really need to do. And the final one is values, and values is so important, and I will share with you the 4 know-hows. I'll also share with you the 4 questions you need to ask, and I will share with you 4 possible values. Now this is the core driver for growth in your organization. It starts with that tip. So it's very important that you understand, and in becoming a world-class director, these 4 are crucial to start off with. We then move to module 2, which is gateway to greatness, and in this we will walk you through succession planning. My dear friends, I've seen many organizations, especially the mid-sized organizations, small and mid-sized organizations, who struggle when it comes to succession planning. And I will digress for a moment. Many organizations which are run by family members, and they want the same sort of culture to be sort of passed over to their other family members or relatives within their family. What happens is they have this problem and struggle of making sure that they are aligned and correlated with what the founders had really thought of. So that correlation sometimes is a problem. So this is where this program becomes very important. In the succession planning, I'll be sharing with you the 18 points you require to have a competent successor. I'll also share with you 3 core questions which you must ask, and the importance of succession planning. Another one is contingency planning. My dear friends, without contingency planning, security of sustainability can be an issue. I will show you 10 points as to what you really need to do when it comes to contingency planning. The third one is eliminating silos. My dear friends, this is another crucial area for any organization, any size of organization. You need to eliminate silos. You need to make sure that you have this holistic approach, and I will show you a 7-step of what you really need to do. I will walk you through each and every step as to how you can eliminate silos. Let's move forward. Module 3, this is now talking about competence. This is talking about the skill set, and it is one of the most important modules of this particular program on becoming a world-class director, executive, and manager. And why do I say this? Because this session, the 4 core pillars, is the fundamental grounding impact that is going to have. My dear friends, if you have a set of if you have directors, executives, and managers, you all need to make sure that they have that competence and the confidence to contribute. So this program, we start off with finance. This is over an hour of training here. It's financial mastery basically, and I will walk you through financial signals to look out for. It goes into the profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flows, what you really need to look for, how to really read financials, and it will immediately impact any decisions that you make. I also talk to you about the 10 key questions you need to ask to drive leaner efficiencies, in other words, cost reduction strategies as well. We then move to risk. We all know that risk plays a pivotal role in organizations. I'll be walking you through the 4 questions that you need to ask, as well as I'll talk about the hazard risk, the operational risk, the strategy risk, as well as the financial risk, and the subsections of those risks. You will be taken through this particular risk program, which will give you a deeper insight whenever you make a decision, what you really need to take into consideration. It's over an hour, but it is one of the most impactful sessions as well. We then go into strategy, and in strategy I will give you the core questions you need to ask, as well as the 14 points you need to have a fully charged strategy. You need to know everything about strategy, and I have broken down this whole session into about an hour again, because these are core and important. And then we move to best practice. My dear friends, in the best practice session, I'm not talking about you having the right people at the right time with the right tools, doing the right things. It's not that model alone, but I'll be talking about what you really need to do when you're under pressure, and how you can ethically and make that balanced decision as well. For me, that is best practice. Moving forward, we go into module 4, maximizing performance activators. The balance scorecard. This is about translating vision into results. This is about the impact that you need to have and the snapshot. So I'll walk you through that particular balance scorecard, what you really need to look into, the importance of the balance scorecard, and how it can help your organization. Another thing, and this is a big one, making meetings meaningful. My dear friends, just imagine you attending a meeting, whether it's a management meeting or a board meeting. Imagine the time spent and the effectiveness of that particular meeting. Make sure that whatever the outcome is at its optimal level. And how can you do this? By making sure that you have everything in place. And here there are 4 sessions in making meetings meaningful, and I will walk you through each and every step as to what you really need to do from the planning phase to the end. So it's from start till the finish. So I'll walk you through what you really need to do. We then move into the futuristic thinker. Now, my dear friends, show me any program which has something like the futuristic thinker. This is going to have a deeper impact. You will be able to have a mindset to look forward, to forge forward with a mindset where you have all the applicabilities, but what it really means and how you can correlate everything for the future with as much precision as possible. All right, let's move to module number 5, which is on driving excellence. Now, in driving excellence, we have sessions plus sub-sessions. So the first one is on executive excellence, and the first one I'll be talking about an executive remuneration outline. In this, I will share with you 12 points on what an incentive remuneration and incentive package would have the right true impact to your organization. This is very crucial and very important. Another important part is the growth drivers. Now, growth drivers include avoiding micromanaging and plus other growth drivers which is going to drive performance in your organization. And finally, how to deal with the unwanted director. My friends, in some organizations I've noticed that there is this one person who's either not contributing or is having an adverse impact in some shape or form to the overall effectiveness of the organization. And I walk you through as to what you really need to do and how you can handle the unwanted director. We then go into executive housekeeping. What do I mean by executive housekeeping? It's about personal excellence. It's about character build-up. And I believe that these coexist. The professional competence as well as the personal excellence is going to drive organizational growth. So, executive housekeeping, about 1 hour of training, but this is going to have an impact to you as a person as well. Your personal development, your personal growth, you as a person, and the internal alignment within yourself. We then move into ethics and challenges. Now you and I know that there are organizations, and you might have even faced this, that there are those challenges where there are compromises, sacrifices, where there is this problems and ethical dilemmas which take place. And I will share with you not only examples, but what you really need to do. And I end up this session with the bridge maker, which I believe is very important. So I talk about ethics and challenges in confronting certain areas of challenges which organizations face. And finally, corporate social responsibility. My dear friends, corporate social responsibility is crucial to organizations, and I walk you through exactly what you really need to do and how this model coexists with your company model itself. They need to be together. So I will be talking about corporate social responsibility. Let's move on to the last module, which is on building broken bridges. Now, the first one is on board composition. It doesn't matter, like I say, you could be a small, medium or large organization, but your board or your executive team has to be powerful enough, and I'll show you what mix you need. So the board composition is very important. We then go slightly into management and we talk about oversight and control, because I believe that this is an area which has not been fully tapped. So it is very important and crucial that you understand oversight and control. And finally, the dreaded cyber crime. And I discuss over 20 triggers that you require to make sure that your company's IT data security is being properly safeguarded. Basically, this is the whole program. I'll also add in some bonuses. The governance package consists of the governance manual, the governance grid, the workbook, as well as the PowerPoint. You have the whole set. This includes corporate governance, shareholder value, dividend, remuneration, succession planning, governance systems, board of directors, and much, much more. But it just gives you an added advantage to what you already have. There are some more bonuses which I would like to share with you. The first being 55 winning sales ideas. As a world-class director, executive and manager, you definitely need to understand what are the revenue generating initiatives and what you can do to make an impact and growth in your organization. This is all about velocity. It's all about driving growth and accelerating the pace at which revenues are being earned in your organization. So I will even give you that. That's a 1 hour of video training again. I'll also share with you, now this is again another 1 hour program, power of integration. My dear friends, if you grasp this particular video, this can change everything. It could be a shift from what you are doing. And I'm talking about an advanced level thinking, because this goes into 2 phases, board level as well as management level, and I will show you exactly what you need to do to drive excellence. This is going to bring a different level of clarity in your organization. It's a 1 hour program, and it is going to be a game-changing program for you. But in addition to that, you will also need excellence in board relations. It's an e-manual, but it has certain policy templates which you can apply and use in conjunction with what I discuss in power of integration. This is really powerful. And I'll also give you a workbook which you and your team members can use and apply, so that you can see exactly what sort of challenges you are having and how this can really help. I have done policies for organization, just about 30 to 40 policies in an organization, but a 1-page of policies or a 1 or 2-page policies which have really made a huge impact to such organizations. So we don't stop there. I'm also giving another program, Achieving Boardroom Excellence. It has 3 modules, 7 sessions, video-based program, again for a small, medium and large organization. This program alone is worth about $1,497. What does this program cover? It covers everything to do with corporate governance, the role of directors, effective director chair. It gives you all these insights, remuneration, progressive tips. Every session will have its own progressive tips. Types of boards, so what sort of types of boards there are. Case studies, the manual will contain certain case studies which will go through the challenges they've been having and what they have done. Succession planning, which is very important, effective meetings and board questions, plus committees and much, much more. So this is a program, again a video-based program, which is going to help you further in becoming a world-class director, executive and manager. So what is going to happen after you use this program? I believe that from silos you'll have synergy in your organization. From cash flow struggles you will have stronger cash flow. From low profits or losses you will have high earnings. From weak leadership you will have world-class standards. We're looking at world-class, we're looking at a platform which is completely different. From poor feedback to well-coordinated, from lack of time and resources to optimizing resources, from not knowing how to get from here to there, you will be able to upscale your organization. From lack of confidence, you will have more confidence, more competence. You'll move to a different level altogether. You will be able to have the authenticity, you'll be able to have the richness in the deliverables, and your firm will have a more unified approach. I hope you get the gist of this particular program, because the impact it's going to have and the influence, and if you implement, it will just drive a different level of growth for your organization. That's what I believe. And finally, to sum it up, 6 value-driven modules, 23 sessions, over 10 hours of high-powered corporate training, resulting in organizational excellence. This is as good as having a director with you 24/7. This is a guidance. This is one training program which you can use over and over again. I want to show you a couple of framework samples of what the program includes. So here's just a sample: succession planning, and I'll be walking you through different points and aspects of succession planning. Here's another one, which is the Futuristic Thinker, and I'll share with you what you really need to do to become a futuristic thinker. This program has an award, green light status, from the UK Trade and Investment, so it has credence. Why me? Now, I don't want to talk much about me. I've authored this program, I've authored many other programs, I've done many seminars, workshops, I've helped organizations grow, I have helped build and align cultures, I've helped organizations scale up as well. I've been a corporate coach, board advisor, CEO and founder of Renter Director, former group and commercial director. But the whole thing is the relevance, the impact it's going to have to you and your organization. Moving forward, I just want to summarize what you are going to get. So 6 modules video, over 10 hours of training. Again, another video program which is achieving boardroom excellence. You'll also get power of integration, which is another video session. You'll get excellence in board relation, the e-manual. You'll also get corporate leadership and sustainable governance strategies and executive workbook. You'll get the governance package as well, all in e-manual form and e-packaged. Full sets of PowerPoints, 55 winning sales ideas. So, my dear friends, go on this page. There is a section where you can pay online. The price is obviously very reasonable. It's a one-off investment, my friends, but it is going to drive growth in your organization. So if you have any questions, please send me your questions, which are mystery@renterdirector.com. But whatever you do, my dear friends, I wish you all the success. Thank you very much.